You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to Living Podcariously this week.
You scared shit out of me this week.
My name is Tach, and with me across the room.
Oh yeah, it's your boy Adam.
What up, Adam? What is going on?
Man, not a lot. Loving life. We're changing studios. You see some boxes in the studio tonight.
Yeah.
We're switching studios here next week, so
indeed, I'm excited.
Whole new digs next week.
Of course, you said that last week that we were going to be in the new place this week, but
did I?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's all good though.
It was for the 15th. We're
no worries, but I'm excited. I think it's cool. You know who else might be excited?
Andrea Joy might be excited.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Of course, I see you all day, so.
Not today.
So what's going on? What happened today?
It was my friend Kiana's birthday. Happy birthday, Kiana.
Happy birthday. We're not going to sing for you, but happy birthday. She's getting old, though, Tach.
She is
like
24.
24.
She says one more year, she's halfway to 50.
Sweet.
So we went and did something, for old ladies today. Our friend Brenda took us out to Wildlife Sports, and we went paddleboarding. It was my first time paddleboarding. It was out on the Banana River.
How was that?
It was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier paddleboarding to Sunset Cafe. And then after we had some drinks and everything, paddleboarding back was a lot harder.
Wait, you guys paddleboarded to a location, had drinks, and then paddleboarded back after being a little tipsy?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I balanced a lot better. Over? Nope. No, I didn't. A couple of had 2 man overboards.
I wouldn't jump in that river right now. All that brown algae?
Yeah.
It was a lot easier coming back if you just sit down on the board.
That's what you did, isn't it?
You turned it into a surfboard and you just paddled it over.
You just sit on it and go. You can get some speed that way.
You made it a canoe. That's what you basically did.
Yeah, and then I guess apparently I took Kiana's paddle, so we were fighting over her paddle.
You got a little bit of sun. Now, for a redhead to get sun, that's I guess it's not exactly very difficult to do. You guys kind of get toasty when you go out in the sun,
it's
don't
all the freckles.
You just added more freckles to your collection?
They just collect together.
That's what you did today?
Yeah. He was making fun of me because I was putting on makeup this morning before I went.
Why is that funny?
He just thought it was odd for me to go paddleboarding putting on makeup first.
That's like putting on makeup to go in the ocean. Just...
No, I got you.
I was with Kiana, the queen of selfies. You know how many pictures she was going to take?
That's true. One of their friends that went out there with him, Tach, had taken a picture of all the girls in front of him on the paddleboards, and something happened. Something that got screwed up with his digital camera or his cell phone, whatever he used to take the picture, and it digitized part of the water. And it carried it up to the right in the picture, so it looked like a giant tidal wave coming at them.
That's
and it
weird.
even turned one of the paddleboarders up at like a 45-degree angle, so it looked like she was paddleboarding up the wave. It was really weird.
What?
Yeah,
that's strange.
And then she lost her paddle, so she had to swim with her arms.
Well, it's because of the wave. The big tidal wave knocked it out of her hands.
Totally knocked it off, and the thing sunk too. They're supposed to float. Never see
What?
it again.
The oar song?
Yes.
What? This is just supposed to float.
I know, it disappeared.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's nuts.
So, yeah, in the middle of a Monday morning, you've got a bunch of girls and one guy from a salon out in bikinis paddleboarding to a place to get some drinks and paddleboarding back. So, what could possibly go wrong there?
I don't know. We were the only ones out there, too.
No shit. Everybody else in the world is working on a Monday morning.
Not hairstylists.
I wasn't working today either.
See? And not Tach.
Could have invited Tach.
Tach.
Well, let me check my phone. Hold on. No, I don't.
You weren't working?
I didn't see an invite.
You didn't get a text invite to go?
No, sure didn't. I don't even think I have your number, to be honest with you.
Tach would have gone out there with you guys.
You probably could have came.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have come out there with you. I appreciate that.
Todd was there. We had 2 guys.
I'm not big on the sun hates me, so I'm not big on being out in it.
You could have worn a dress or something as long as it's not strapless. That is illegal in Florida for a man to wear a strapless dress.
Oh, is that on your episode of The Twisted 10? Did
That
you
was her
discuss
Twisted
it?
10.
Yes,
Yep.
it was.
One of Florida's laws.
Nice.
Yep. That are still on the books. So it's illegal for a man to wear a strapless dress, right?
Yes.
So we went to Cocoa Village a long time ago. This is probably a year and a half ago. And we were in the same place that we've always been, the place downstairs. What's that called? Dog and
Dog
Bone.
and Bone.
And we were in there just listening to a comedian or somebody up on stage. And in walks a bunch of guys in red dresses. And there were also girls with them too, but they were a fundraising group. I don't know what they called themselves, but they raised money for whatever their charity was. And their catch was that they are guys in dresses. And a lot of these guys had on like really thin spaghetti strap dresses. So,
As long as it wasn't strapless.
oh, is that it? It can't be strapless.
Yeah, it's got to be
Ooh.
strapless.
Well, do you have to be wearing the straps? Because it'd be strapless. But
Yes,
just
you have to
tucked
be
in.
wearing it.
Oh,
Strapless.
I see.
You got to cover up those shoulders, guys.
That's where they get you.
Yep.
What an interesting law.
Oh, also another thing that, not a law, but my work has a new rule. Well, it's actually a band lift. Got lifted at work. I'm kind of excited about. I'm now allowed to.
can I guess?
Yeah,
Grow facial hair.
I can grow facial hair again.
Wow.
Tach
I can
is-
finally maybe get laid again. So it's exciting. I haven't had a beard in like almost 2 years.
Are you going to do the Fu Manchu look again? Or are you doing? What are you going to do?
Fu Manchu?
Isn't that the straight piece coming down off the chin?
Good Lord, I haven't done that since like.
Well, I saw it
in
on
my
your Facebook
20s.
page.
Yeah. Last time I did last time I did a beard, then I did like the chin strap thing, no mustache, but this time I'm just going full beard and mustache. I've never grown a mustache like ever in my life. I've had beards, but no mustaches. You know,
Yeah, I used
so-
to do just a goatee, no mustache. Now
Yeah.
I've got full. It's not full beard. It's a trimmed beard
Yeah,
and mustache.
that's what I used to do. Well, I didn't do the mustache, but I did just the.
I've done a little bit of everything. I had the sideburns that came all the way down to the like almost to my neck with nothing else.
Yeah.
Just a little soul patch goatee. I never did just the mustache by itself, but for
Okay,
Halloween, I might go with just the mustache and shave everything else.
What are you
Oh,
going
no.
as?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you do that, I'm going to grow my beard too. If y'all are both going to have facial hair, I think I should grow some.
Sure.
That'll look good.
What beard are we talking about here? Hang on a minute, because I might not grow this if you're going to grow that beard out.
Bearded clam.
Bearded clam, yes. No, I was thinking, what's the 70s or 80s star? Help me out here. From the movies, you know, the guy with the mustache.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Jesus Christ, I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a Burt Reynolds look.
No. Thought you were
Or
gonna be
Tom
a
Selleck,
Montoya.
whichever guy you're talking
Tom
about.
Selleck, Burt Reynolds, same guy, right?
Yeah. What?
I thought you were going to be Antigua Montoya.
My name is Antigua Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die.
And I was going to be Buttercup or Wesley.
I could be Wesley. Of course, I'd have to lose some weight and.
I'll be Wesley, you be Buttercup.
Okay, deal. That sounds good.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay,
Hey,
so what? Go ahead.
Speaking of your work, so we've said it in the past, and we can edit this out if you want to edit it out.
Yeah.
But you work at SpaceX.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I found to bring to the show this week is your boy is at it again, Tach.
My buddy, Elon.
Elon Musk is at it again. He's talked with, see, you might know this guy based on what your other podcast, Taint Funny, is, because it's kind of a media and movie kind of podcast.
Yep.
Do you know who Jose Fernandez is? This is not a baseball player.
That does sound like a baseball.
It does.
No, I don't know.
He's a veteran Hollywood costume designer and effects artist. And he's done costumes and designs, for example, Iron Man. Let's use that as a very, very good example.
Okay.
He was a lead costume designer in Iron Man, at least from the source I found. Elon Musk has contacted him. So let's put one and one together here. What do you think Elon Musk could possibly reach out to this guy who's done suits like Iron Man, and costumes like Iron
He's
Man?
building a real Iron Man suit since he already is the real Tony Stark.
Very, very close. He's actually contacting this guy to hire him for ideas on building the next space suit. The actual walk suit to go outside.
What credentials does a costume designer have other than how things look?
Well, you have to think of the idea of a billionaire that has a public image to think about. NASA, for example.
Gotcha.
NASA doesn't have a public
So
image
he's
to
not
think about that
he's
much.
not doing like utilitarian type stuff. He's
No.
just doing.
Absolutely is. He wants to design a suit that is functional in space for outdoor walks, as well as be stylish. He wants it to be something that you would be proud
Why
of.
doesn't he get the guys like at Armani?
There is no reason you should not look your best in outer space.
That's right. You don't know who you
exactly
can
right.
run into.
Exactly.
That's right.
Proud to be an
I
American.
want to be safe
We look good.
and look snappy and dapper.
I really kind of like this idea. So the age-old suit that we're all used to, that the guys use on the spacewalks now, guess take a wild guess how much that costs for one suit.
I forget. I know it's like over $1 million. I don't remember.
It's like $1.5 million. Well, according to Elon Musk's estimates, and his estimates in the past haven't been too wildly off, he can design a suit that is just as functional as those suits and be stylish for $300,000 each.
Ooh, it's like the Bell's outlet of space suits.
That's cheap enough. You're going to see that worn by Justin Timberlake at the next Grammys. I'm just saying. Yeah, I waited all day.
It's going to go to Space Ross for that.
I waited all day to say that joke, Tach, and I know it's not that good, but I saved it.
No,
just for
so
you.
funny.
That's why I'm with her.
She's being a dick. I thought it was good.
Oh. But yeah, so he's trying to make America great again. No, wait, that's somebody else's catchphrase. Bring back this spunk. I don't know.
Something like that.
I like the idea because that's going to be inspirational, I think, to youth to see something that's impressive looking. You know, you see it in Hollywood a lot, but if you actually saw one in real life, saw a real space walk with this new future suit or whatever the hell he's trying to do with this thing, I think that's kind of cool.
Is it going to have a big S on it for Spaceman?
No, it'll probably have a big T on it for Tesla or X on it for SpaceX or...
He has a lot of like ideas like that, and he's always... And what's cool about Elon Musk is that he comes up with ideas and then just gives them away. Like goes to a company and goes, hey, we need to go ahead and make this. So you can have the idea, just make it happen, And then, of course, he never has patents on anything. He makes it completely.
He needs to have a
anyone.
podcast outsourced group. I think, right? Just give us a couple $100 million and just let us run amok.
Do you want me to kind of snag him next time I see him?
Next time in the cafeteria while you guys are both eating your ham sandwiches and waters, you just say, hey man, listen, check this out. We'll change it to SpaceX Living Vicariously. Whatever.
Right.
Drop him a line.
Yeah, I did meet him once, so it was kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool. He was here he's here for almost every launch, but
he was
here for the one successful landing on the ground where they landed it back at KSC. He was here for that, and then apparently he went out in Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach. He went out to some clubs out there.
Yeah, a couple of my buddies were out there and drinking with him and stuff that night, so that's pretty cool.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Just chilling in a bar next to a billionaire,
Yeah.
It's no big deal. That's Cocoa Beach for you.
How was your Mother's Day, Andrea Joy?
It was great. On TV, they had all these great movies for moms. They had War of the Worlds, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, what the heck?
Kind of all guy movies.
What happened to what was I wanting?
You were on the wrong
Beaches
channel.
or Still Magnolias.
Well, you got to put it on the right channel.
However, for her, though, it was perfect, Tach. She is a fan of pandemic and end of the world's apocalyptic movies. That's her favorite genre of movie.
Oh. Well, actually, they actually did think of you, because what they were doing was making entertainment for the guys. So we know how you love to clean and cook. And so I give you an opportunity to go clean up the kitchen before you cook dinner. Because we know that how you women love that stuff.
You just wanted us guys out of the way. I mean, short of having a 2-for-1 sale at the titty bar or something, that would get us out of the house and get us out of your hair.
Yeah, but they don't want that. They want you to stay at home because it is Mother's Day after all.
I guess that's a good point.
So.
I was thinking more along the lines of they could cuddle up on the couch with us and,
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm just
true,
thinking
too.
Father's Day, they're going to have all the girly movies on.
That would be funny. That would be
That's
ironic.
fine with me because I kind of like girly movies. But whatever. That's just me. I like Still Magnolias. I think it's a great movie.
It is an awesome movie.
I don't mind Still Magnolias. I'm okay with that. If you tell me, Tach, that you like Sense and Sensibility or Pride and Prejudice,
I actually haven't seen either one.
I haven't
thank God.
either.
Do you like Victorian era type movies?
Not so much.
I
Good
do
man.
if I'm trying
Not
to go
so
to
much.
sleep.
An old mutual,
It's like an Ambien.
an old mutual friend of ours, Tach, female, used to watch that movie every time it came out.
Yeah.
I could not stand it.
Every time it came out, how many times did it come out?
I knew what he meant.
Every time it was on TV.
It's like, how many did they make?
Well, if you watch Lifetime or any of those We Entertainment
Hallmark.
channels, it's out. It's like every fucking weekend.
And yet
that
I've
movie's
never
out.
seen it.
Own.
Good.
Too busy watching those alien movies, I guess.
I want to go see the new Independence Day, by the way.
Is there a trailer for it yet?
Yeah, trailer's out there for
I
it.
haven't even seen it yet.
I like John. So on your show on Taint Funny, I listened to that. Johnny said it the best on there. He goes, I want to go watch it because it doesn't have Will Smith. That's the only reason I want to go
I'm
see
kind
it.
of shocked that it doesn't, which is...
Well, he was too expensive. He was willing to do the movie, but he was too expensive. He wanted like $25 million for the movie, and they said, go fucking pound sand.
It's probably so you can buy some spacesuits.
But I don't understand, like, it's Will Smith, okay, he did the first one. He's kind of still big now. And this is kind of, even if he wasn't in the first one, this is kind of his genre that he would do anyway.
Yeah.
So if they said, well, will you be in it? Hell yeah. Well, how much do you want? $25 million. Well, it's a bit steep for us there, buddy. How about, and then he was like, nope.
Yeah. He said no. He said no because,
Couldn't you just do, well, okay, not like I need the money, but I'll do it for like, 20.
Yeah, he backed. I'll look up the story real quick before we go into the break.
Seems a bit dickish, I think.
No, it was legit though. He bowed out of it because of money. Because it was a contract negotiation issue because of the money that he was
There's
asking
probably
for.
a lot more than what we're thinking anyway, I'm sure. Because there's more to contract negotiation than just money.
So who stars in it?
Everybody from the original. All right. Do you remember the little boy in the original that was the son of the stripper girlfriend of his?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He is now supposedly a pilot. Yeah, she was a dancer.
Was she?
Yeah.
Who was that? Vivica Fox?
Yep,
No, it wasn't Vivica Fox, was it?
I think so.
No.
Whatever the
Anyway,
chick's name is.
continue. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
He is now in the Air Force and is a pilot. So I think the movie
I remember
focuses around him.
John was talking about this now.
Why is Will Smith? So as soon as I typed in "why is Will Smith," it says "why is Will Smith famous?"
Oh, wow. Wow, Google. Damn, that's harsh.
All right, so let's see. Will Smith was initially excited about returning to Independence Day.
I'm sure.
And loading.
That movie kind of helped put him on the map,
Okay, so let's just go over this. For Independence Day, Jeff Goldblum is back.
Yeah.
Bill Pullum has returned.
Of course.
Randy Quaid isn't there. Have you
He
seen the
died.
shit on Randy Quaid?
Yes, I've seen what he's been up to lately.
Oh, well, but they could always spin it like he somehow ejected and survived. And
Right, just like a Boba Fett kind of a thing.
Yeah, exactly. That motherfucker is crazy. Have you seen his porn video?
Yeah, I saw him where it's this like Murdoch guy that is like, he's trying to, trust me, I've seen the videos where he's like banging his girlfriend, like wearing this mask.
Yeah, he's wearing the mask of
Murdoch.
Murdoch. Yeah, that's right. The answer is complicated. During a press event on behalf of the launch of the anticipated sequel, Emmerich addressed the absence of his A-list star. The way the director recounted, Smith initially was very excited about returning to Independence Day, where he'd once again play courageous fighter pilot Captain Stephen Hiller. Emmerich told us that the sequel was going to have a father-son aspect to it, with young Jesse Usher cast as Hillary's child, Dylan. Vivica A. Fox even agreed to return as former stripper Jasmine. The family unit was basically intact for Independence Day resurgence. Then, as Emmerich puts it, After Earth happened, and all of a sudden Will Smith wasn't eager to rush into a science fiction story structured around father-son duo on an adventure. Oh, yeah, Andrea just watched that movie, by the way.
I want Jaden to be in it. Unless he's going to be in it, I'm not doing it.
That's on
Holy shit. The movie has been given a $200 million budget, $125 million more than its predecessor.
They couldn't afford Will Smith.
All right. Will Smith was supposed to reprise the role of Captain Stephen Hiller, but Fox refused to meet his request of $50 million for two sequels. So $25 million for a 2
like
and a 3.
It's like an eighth of the budget or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for him.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, there you go. That pretty much answers that. Good Lord. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to seg you into Will Smith topics, but
It's all good.
I heard you guys talking about it on that, on Taint Funny. I wanted to bring
Yeah.
that up. I'm really looking forward to that movie, though. I really am.
It's
I can't wait to see Goldblum.
And when does it
He's
come
my
out?
hero. I don't know. I don't think it's actually coming out on July 4th, though.
Where's it at right now? Is it?
Okay,
It's
I
only
take
in
that back.
pre-production.
Independence Day Resurgence opens in theaters June 24th, 2016,
So
according to Cinema Blend.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the day before my birthday.
Yeah. Well, good thing I already got you a present.
February 14th is Valentine's Day. She took me to see Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
And on my birthday, she's going to take me to see Independence Day.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, surprise.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a little break. Is that cool with you guys?
Vape break.
Vape break.
Hey, we're going to go test out some new products from one of our new show sponsors during this break.
Also, don't forget to check us out on WSNR 102.7. It's an internet radio station. I think you can go to 1027. What's the website?
Yeah, it's at 1027WSNR.com.
The ultimate in rock.
The ultimate in rock. Yeah, it's a streaming service online. It's just what, the producer wants to put together. It's his music that he puts out, but he does several
it's
podcasts.
Good music. It's a rock station. I like it. And Living Vicariously is on Wednesday nights.
I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday.
And I think Will Smith listens to it also.
We gotta prepare for this.
We need to.
Okay, let's just cut this whole section out.
Sorry,
we'll do
John.
our homework, and then we'll plug it next time.
Sorry, John.
All right, so let's take a break, and take a break, and we will be back. And when we return, we're going to talk about
Sex, baby.
Some other stuff.
You and me.
Let's talk about some pregnancy shit.
Pregnancy shit. Oh, Tach.
why not?
You are showing a little.
No, it's not for me.
All right.
Let's take a break.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Once again, will the renegade master D4 damager, power to the people. Back once again, will the renegade master D4 damager, power to the people. Back once again, will the renegade master D4.
On behalf of Tach, Adam, and myself, the cast here at Living Podcariously is proud to announce we are partnering with Smoke Rings out of Merritt Square Mall in sunny Merritt Island, Florida.
That's right, Andrea. If you're looking for one of Central Florida's largest selection of oil, cigars, pipes, tobacco, and accessories for smoking and vaping, then Smoke Rings is the place to go.
Smoke Rings offers the latest products from oils to rigs. I bought my Kinger sub-ox from them, and it rocks.
By mentioning this ad, Smoke Rings is giving Living Podcariously listeners 10% off anything you purchase.
Also, check out smokeringsonline.com and click the e-cig link to learn some great facts about vaping.
At facebook.com/Smoke Rings Merritt Square, or give them a call at 321-453-1422. Welcome back to the show.
A little distracted.
A little distracted. So,
What were you looking at, Tach? What was distracting you?
I was looking at Andrea's tits.
Yeah?
Sorry.
Yeah, she's got them out in studio again for us. Well, not out, but I mean,
They're not
yeah.
out.
they're popping.
She's got a
That's
low
not my
cut shirt.
fault.
She's got a V-neck shirt on.
Yeah,
No?
it's
Are you wearing a bra?
keep it off from my sunburn from paddleboarding.
Uh-huh.
Are you wearing a bra?
No, I never wear those.
Underwear is forbidden in here.
God, I feel like Howard Stern right now.
Get on the Sibian.
What?
The Sibian, the seat that he has the girls sit on
Oh,
in
right,
the
right,
studio.
right.
The vibrating chair.
That's what we can get in the new studio.
Oh, deal. That will be where the girls that come in to visit sit. You sit there. I'll mic you up.
We'll
Get a
keep
big ol'
it
sub.
covered until they sit down.
That would be awesome.
Surprise!
Of course, some of your friends from work might actually get up on that. All right, so Tach, I got a problem with cleavage. We'll talk about that for a minute.
With
You have a
cleavage?
problem with it.
No. Oh, well,
I
no.
don't
me
have
cover
a
this
problem
up.
with it.
I'm a fan of cleavage, don't get me wrong, of girls' cleavage. But
Yeah.
hear me out. So women are now in this big movement of free the nipple. A lot of women around the U.S. I don't know if you've heard of this yet, but they want to allow, women's breasts in the U.S. to be viewed and be,
Right.
visible in public and not have it as a
I know, right?
a crime,
It's-
indecent exposure.
It's horrible.
Well, so everything on the boob can be showing except for what? The areola and nipple, right?
Right.
So you can show everything on a female's anatomy on her boobs, and really just about anywhere else too, for the most part, other than the actual goods themselves.
Right.
So- I want to start a movement, Tach.
Okay, what,
Tell me if
what's
you're
your
on board with
movements?
this.
Okay.
Girls can lower their shirts and show their cleavage all the way down
Can they, though?
just to above the areola. They can show all that and be perfectly fine and get away with it without any issues. What if guys could show just the top of the dick? Not the head, but just have it like
Right.
have a little hot dog sticking at the top of their pants.
Right.
Make it
I
guy,
would think if it was a dick, that you couldn't show the head for some reason.
right.
So,
Make it guy cleavage.
Why can't you just put a pasty on the head?
I even like that better.
We can bedazzle it. We can put
Just
like a
cover
little
up
hat.
the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
little
a hat or something.
Yeah, make just like the top of the hot dog stick out the pants, or maybe that's what the zipper's for. Just
You
unzip
could do
it
different
and let it hang.
sports teams for the hats. If
Sure,
you're in
there's-
the military, a little military hat on there, some
What do you think?
camo.
Are you on board with this?
I'm on
No,
board, man.
it's awful.
What? Why not? Why?
Keep in your pants, guys.
Why? All right. Well, what about the testicles?
Oh yeah, just leave those out and no.
What about having the testicles? I mean, guys, we need to show a little bit, and boobs aren't the
No.
sexual organ on a guy. To a guy, the sexual organ is our
Just,
organ.
you can show your boobs though.
Yeah, but boobs aren't sexual to a woman.
No.
To a guy, a woman's
Some
boobs
of
are
them.
sexual.
Some guys' stomachs are sexual to a woman.
But here's the thing: they can show all of that.
Is mine. Oh. Sorry.
She threw up in her mouth there a little bit, Tach. I don't know what that.
That's terrible.
What, your penis?
No, my stomach.
I've never seen your stomach.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even know if you have
I
one.
even have it tattooed.
Really?
Hmm?
Is it a tattooed six-pack or something?
No.
No.
Awesome.
But I do have the writing across the belly, and yeah.
I'm serious. I want to do this. I want to start a movement that allows guys to show a little bit of their meat.
I'm
What
not
a-
going to see you for a while. You're going to be in jail all the time for
But see, why
exposing
should it be
yourself.
illegal? It shouldn't be illegal. That's what I'm saying.
Free the balls.
Maybe I'm just a nudist at heart and don't know it.
Maybe you are.
Can you do that? Like, where do they have these nudist colonies at?
There's a place up in where
Playa
you live.
Linda.
Yeah, Play Linda.
Well,
has
that's just a beach, but like it's not a colony. But okay,
Oh.
let's start with the beach.
Oh.
Like, have you ever gone to the beach, like to the nudist section?
I'm
no.
sure you have.
I've never actually been to a nudist beach before. I have no
Really?
I would love it. Trust me, I would absolutely love it,
I
but I've
think
never
you'd be
done
out there having orgies or something.
When I,
it. It's no, don't get confused. A nudist beach is
I
per se
know.
not.
I know it's
Identified as sexual.
family oriented.
Yeah, it's not identified as sexual.
I would just
used
went with
to-
the sand in my bathing suit bottom. I would want to keep the bathing suit bottom there to keep the sand out. I mean,
Right. Now, I don't know how it is in South America, but like when I was living in Spain, pretty much every beach is like a topless beach.
Yep.
It was pretty common out
That's a lot of parts of. So I was in Colombia for a while, and the northern part where the Caribbean is. So the Colombia hits two coasts. Colombia hits the Caribbean, and it
Mhm.
also hits the Pacific. So it's on both coasts. It doesn't hit the Atlantic just because, other than the Caribbean, which technically is the Atlantic. Those were all controlled by the bad guys. So I never went to the beaches there. I was always in like like the jungles and shit for Colombia.
there. Yeah.
So I never got to see any of that stuff. But Brazil's the same way, man. Brazil's topless ahoy. You can wear pretty much whatever
Yeah.
you want to down there. Hey, do you want to take a trip to Brazil?
sure.
Sweet. Gonna see boobs, Tach.
You don't
But you don't
have to go to Brazil.
I was
to
gonna
see
say, you don't
boobs.
have to go to Brazil to see her boobs.
That's a good point. You
You
asked
can
a
just
question.
go to the kitchen.
You never have to look any further than your own back door. I mean,
My
backyard.
butt. I keep trying to look
Your
at it, but
backyard.
I hover over a mirror, but it just is an ugly sight. It's
God.
I look at that and wonder why you're with me. Tach, you asked a question about colonies though, and you were talking about nudist colonies, but this just kind of
Yeah.
jumped into my head. Have you ever heard of the villages over in Orlando?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, you've heard of this? Okay, so Tach, the villages is a senior colony, senior living place over in Orlando. I don't know exactly where, Winter Park, wherever the hell it is over there,
Yeah.
but it's all older people, 55 and above.
Okay.
Let me just start off by saying everybody there has golf carts that they drive around, and every golf cart has a scrunchie on the top of their golf cart, on their like little antenna or somewhere identifiable on their golf cart, like on the little handlebar going up or whatever.
Right.
And they're all
Okay.
different colors.
Okay.
The different colors indicate their levels of sexual participation with strangers.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
What?
The Villages in Orlando is a straight swingers community for 55 and above.
No.
Do a Google search for it. I promise you. By the way, also, the Villages in Orlando is one of the highest STD rates outside of old people's homes, like retirement homes in the U.S.
Say
These
that
senior
again?
citizens are banging crazy in Orlando.
And they got STDs?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Let me look it up. All right. So listen to this. Boasting 100,000 residents over the age of 55, the Villages may be the fastest growing city in America. It's a notorious boomtown for boomers who want to spend their golden years with access to 11 a.m. happy hours, thousands of activities, no strings attached sex, all loaded over one elusive,
That's awesome.
all lorded over by one elusive billionaire. So one guy runs the whole place. But the part of the Villages that absolutely fascinates me is all these senior citizens are, not all of them are into this scene.
Right.
But this article says the sexual habits of the village's inhabitants have become a primary lens for the way that just about every media outlet covers the villages. So yes, it's not all sex, drugs, and classic rock. I don't know who they listen to, but it's that does seem to take a lot of the focus.
Well, it's definitely a lot of drugs, that's for sure.
They even have a black market for one drug. Let's see if you can guess it.
Viagra.
Yes,
Yeah.
a black market for Viagra on the
Do you think
market.
that millionaire let me take like a little vacation there?
Billionaire.
Billionaire.
I want to be a billionaire.
You want to do a bunch of old balls?
I can just put it as my experience, you know.
Oh, okay.
You would be a hit.
I'm going to move in over there just for the weekend.
Oh, sweetie, you look like my granddaughter.
I just want to make them happy. Isn't it nice
Maybe
to make
we
old
can
people
do
happy?
a threesome. You think maybe we can do that? She's kind of pretty. I'm
Such
just
a
saying.
nice old man.
I could. Yeah, porn start this way, by the way. I couldn't find the article on the little scrunchy colors on their golf carts, but those indicate certain things. Like a white one is a newbie to the community. Blue means blowjobs are given out freely by the ladies. They would wear those. Black means everything goes. Like couples, groups, everything goes. Yeah, there's some, and this sounds so cliche, but the brown one.
Yeah.
Indicates
I gotcha.
gay porn or anal. Or,
Anal is what I figured.
I only have one, and it's sparkly green from St. Patrick's Day. So what does sparkly green mean?
Oh, damn. That means
oh shit.
That means you're down with your boyfriend's boys. That's what
Yeah, that's what that means. So go take care of Tach. I mean, that's what that means.
We're not in the villages.
So yeah, it's like Northeast Orlando, by the way. It's not
Wait, you
Orlando.
said sparkly green, right? So that means like in your home,
Oh,
Yeah.
the sparkles mean anywhere that just
On-
Yes,
goes
yeah,
past.
anywhere.
on that couch right there.
Yeah, on the couch.
That couch belongs to someone else.
Yeah, we can't do that on that couch. Even though we have
Anymore.
like 15 times. All right.
Damn.
That's all I got on the villages, though. I thought it was worth commenting on because it's a colony of
Yeah, that's very interesting.
100,000 swingers.
And it makes me think about where I'm going to be living.
When you retire,
your retirement life.
Yeah.
But STD rates are really high over there.
Nah, it
use
doesn't matter.
protection.
There's enough drugs over there that it should be all right.
And you're 55. What I mean, how much longer you got to live
Yeah,
anyway?
really. Oh, no.
I'm just kidding for all of those over 55 that listen to our podcast.
50s are the new 20s.
No, actually, 50 is the new 40. So at least that's what I'm
Are you just saying that because you're 40 now?
Did you have to say it out loud? God.
Come
I
here,
definitely don't feel 40, that's for sure. I feel exactly like I did when I was 20.
You don't look 40. You look like 43, 44.
Thanks, Dick.
So
I'm
mean.
kidding.
I'm like trying to bang like 22-year-olds, so appreciate it. I mean 24-year-olds. I have morals.
How old is your friend? No, I'm just
She's
kidding.
really old now.
Yeah, she is 24 now.
How old's your sister?
31.
Perfect. 31, 2.
And one of them's 20.
No,
30
she's
to 34 is
32. She'll be
perfect.
33 this year.
Perfect. Nailed it. Not yet. Wow. Okay, so, like I was saying before we went to a break, last time we were going to talk about some pregnancy shit.
Uh-oh.
So,
What did you do? What did you do?
So, this one night, no, it's not me. I just have questions about,
by the way,
something maybe.
before you start, your story, by the way, about the, what was it that you got commented on at your work? That somebody was listening and heard that segment about Tach talking to the girl?
Oh, I had a client who really loved the episode where you were talking to the girl on the Star Wars.
Oh, that's right.
I had a few comments on that. And
So there are listeners who like hearing about you going on your dating.
Yes. Specifically want to know
Escapades.
more about Tach's dating life. So hopefully your topic here leads into that a little bit.
God, I hope not. It's about pregnancy. I don't want to.
It's your pregnancy.
But I'll talk about that in the next segment. After the next
Okay.
break, we'll talk about that. Because I do have some. Anyway, I can discuss it. I have things to discuss. Nothing exciting though. But anyway, moving on. Pregnancy. Okay. Andrea Joy. Do pregnant women really go through like a horny stage during their pregnancy? Like I've heard that some women go through it. Some women have the complete opposite effect. So
Well, it
about
was
you?
a really long time ago when I was pregnant, and I wasn't really wanting the whole time I was married to have sex with him, so I wouldn't count that.
Damn.
But
Well, it doesn't
at the
matter
same
how
time,
you
with
feel.
hormones,
Yeah.
when it comes like that time of month, I always find myself extra horny when that's coming around.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
So do you know...
You just can't get enough.
Do you know if that's pretty common for pregnant women to go through that horny stage, or...
Do any of your girlfriends that have been pregnant have that?
Right.
Do you guys, because at a salon, Tach, they talk about everything.
Right. I'm sure.
No one's been pregnant. We're going to have to all get pregnant and find out.
Do you need some help?
Insert tab.
I will put up a sign-up sheet
Yeah.
and just let everyone sign that up. That way we
Or I'll just make a card. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with the child, but I'll help.
Yeah,
Know what I
you'll
mean?
be there for the horny part.
Wait,
Yeah.
you don't
Pregnancy.
want to, so you don't want to help conceive, but you want to help take care of it financially, Tach? That's so generous, dude. That is
Okay,
awesome.
I already do that for 2 out of 3
So
of my
Adam's
kids.
going to
already.
help conceive, and you're going to take care of the kids.
This is a great deal.
No, wait a second. No, you misunderstand.
So generous, Tach. That's amazing.
No, that sounds a bit insensitive for me to say, yeah, I'll get a chick pregnant, but I'm not doing anything for the kid.
No, I know.
I would never actually do that, but the sex part I will do. But if she gets pregnant, of course, I'm a gentleman. But anyway, so is that pretty common for women to go through a horny stage, or do you know which is more common than the other? I don't know. So
I would guess.
I know you
guess
speak
it
for
to be
all
true.
women everywhere. So
She is the
I would
outlet
guess
of
it
women
to be
here.
true just because of the hormones associated with it, and then with having your period every month, that you get those extra feelings down there. So I would think that would be more true.
okay, we're not like your 11-year-old daughter. What do you mean by extra feelings down there?
That sensation that you get in between your legs
Giggity.
gets a little wetter.
I've never had a vagina, so I don't know.
You never have? Not even one?
No, I mean, I've had one, but not had one.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's when you can feel your heartbeat down there.
Wow.
Wow,
Well,
really?
we get that too. We get the thumping, but that's just blood circulating through.
I can watch it. Go,
The same thing.
Yeah. You ever watch it where it's like hard, and then they go soft, and it's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it goes.
It like softens like with the heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of time sometimes, us guys. We experiment, look at things.
You want to hear an interesting fact about
Always.
ejaculation?
That's so funny. Me and her were just talking the other day. No. Anyway, go
A
ahead.
male's ejaculation, predominantly, this doesn't go across every single male in the world,
Right.
but the ejaculation occurs 0.8 seconds during your ejaculation. So when it's
Wait, what?
shooting, when your prostate contracts and your testicles have come close to the shaft to be able to allow the semen to flow, your ejaculation contractions are 0.8 seconds apart. So shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How it
yeah.
contracts the
And
semen
then
out.
I would think that I've experienced like where they get further apart, like a little bit, because it'll be like shoot,
Yeah.
and then it'll
Initial
just be
ones.
like, shoot again, and then it'll be like, shit. That's only for like really good ones, It's
Yep.
like, oh my god,
So do you always pull out? Do you use the pull out method?
how's my pull game? Strong, baby, strong. Well, I have a son. I'm trying to pull out. I prefer not to. I prefer.
Staying in?
It's much better when you just leave it in.
Staying
You prefer
in.
to stay in than go out?
Oh God, yes.
Maybe that's what that song was about. Instead of staying alive, it's staying in. Staying in. Staying in.
As Ron would say, that's a reach.
Yeah.
Can we call him Ron? Just kidding.
Dawn?
Don.
Well, women prefer to keep it in too, right?
Well, yeah, as long as you're not getting pregnant.
Yeah. Aside from, of course, you don't want to get
Yes,
pregnant,
it does feel better.
Yes,
when you feel the warmth just everywhere.
and you feel like the shooting because you can feel it shoot in and all that,
Yes.
and that's kind of a turn on, yeah.
We're really testing the limits of our explicitness this week, aren't we, Tach?
Hey, we're an explicit podcast.
Talking about
Yeah.
shooting
I don't know, but I'm
stars.
speaking it in medically. I'm trying to be
It's a lot
like a
less
gentleman
messy.
about it.
Understood.
This is your gentleman's
know what?
ejaculation
That's a good-
conversation.
Well, I don't know where I heard this. This might have been another podcast. So if I'm stealing somebody's joke, don't fucking joke trial me here.
Okay.
I was listening to somebody and he goes, yeah, I kind of prefer to stay in too. I would instead of getting a towel and wiping off her belly, I'd just say, "Hey, go take this to the toilet for me."
No.
Isn't that horrible? Horrible.
And one thing that I always do that one girl I was with was like really like called it like chivalry. She's like, "Wow, I've never had a guy do that before. That's so awesome." Which was afterwards, I always immediately go to the bathroom, and I always have like a washcloth, and I get hot water and I clean myself off, and then I rinse it off, and I bring her the hot wet washcloth, and then and she was always like, "I've never had that. No, that's just one of it's part of the package. It's what I do. It's part of my thing."
Huh.
Nice.
I don't believe you.
That's awesome.
That's the best use of that yet.
I've never had it used on me before. That's
It's the first time for everything.
That is the first time, and I'll show you.
All right. We'll see.
Maybe we can.
I'll get the washcloths ready. I'll be standing.
Look at the guy in the bathroom.
Yep.
Are you all done, sir?
Yeah.
You have to leave a tip for you.
Hey, you want some fresh mints, bro? You want some I got some cologne. You want that? Get that aqua velva. I don't know why I'm doing a black guy's voice. That's not what I intended to do with that. But.
Racist.
Yeah, a little bit. It sounded that way, huh?
I always hated those guys in the bathroom, because they always pick you've seen the guys in the bathroom at the shitty clubs, just
Yes.
the shitty club. Like, why do you have a guy in here? And then there's already a line for guys to go to piss,
Yeah.
And then you had that, and then I don't want to washing isn't going to help in this bathroom. This is a shitty bathroom. And then you got the dude in there, and he was standing there with his bottle of soap.
Yeah.
And all he would do is just try to get you, so you just go like that, and then you go over to the sink, Well, they always gave you this dirty ass fucking look if you didn't do it.
Yeah.
You go like that, and then you go.
That's how they're making their money.
I'm all set, and they look at you like, "You dirty motherfucker."
I like those guys. I like those guys a lot, but here's my problem. So I had to. This was at a gentleman's club that I went to one time, because you'll always find them there. And I had to listen. We did some Tijuana flats beforehand, and I had a little bit of rumbling in my belly. So I walked in, and I felt bad because there was the dude in this little bitty bathroom.
Told me this story.
He's got
you
all
might
of
have
his.
told this story on here before.
I've never
might have been
heard it.
Might have been an old
iteration.
Yeah.
And
archive episode.
Man, I had to go. So this guy had all of his little trinkets and his colognes and his little candy dish and his tip jar and the towels and he was fucking ready to go in this little bitty fucking tiny bathroom with no ventilation. None. Zero. So it smelled like piss when you first walked in it. And man, I went into the stall and I blew up that fucking toilet.
I could never do that.
It was so, I had to. I was either going to do that or I was going to shit myself in the club.
I gotcha,
so
man.
I had to go. So I go in there, I do my thing, and the whole time I'm in there, there's, of course, this is the one time where nobody else comes in the bathroom, and it's just this guy standing there listening to me lose my fucking lunch. And I told him, I'm like, "Dude, I'm so sorry." So I kept flushing, doing the courtesy flushes, and I come out, and it just smells like fucking, it smells like a Tijuana sewer, dude. It is horrible. So I go up there, and I gave him $5, and he just, he did a little squirt with the fucking soap, and that was it. He didn't even make eye contact with me.
You wouldn't spraying the cologne everywhere?
No, there wasn't nothing you could do. It was
matches.
It was so bad.
Should have had some matches.
This guy had to stand in my shit for the rest of that night. You know how bad that
I would like to see how funny you were dancing before you went in there.
I wasn't dancing. I was being danced on. That's kind of the problem when you're being danced on at one of those clubs by a girl, a stripper or whatever, and she's bouncing on your belly.
Yeah.
And you got bubble guts. Ooh, that's not a good combination. Let's just put it that way. So I had to go take care of business. Sorry, I brought us. You had us at a good level. I brought us way down.
I thought it was funny at the Mardi Gras party where they had the VIP bathrooms. It was all the porta potties, and they had a table set up with a guy out there handing out stuff in front of the porta potty.
Yeah,
at least he wasn't in there. That'd be really awkward.
That would be very
a guy
crowded.
in the porta potty with it, just kind of standing there.
It would be like up on top of the stool, up at the top,
moist towelette, sir.
up in the corner.
Tic Tac, sir.
Be like the garage in the corner handing you stuff.
All right, you guys ready for a break?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Let's do another vape break. I'm enjoying
Let's
vape break.
do a vape break, and when we come back, Adam's going to bring up what?
Vape break it is.
Vape break
do
it is.
Another vape break.
When we come back, Adam's going to bring up some topics on what'd you first?
VR goggles. So I talked
VR
about it a little
goggles,
bit,
yeah.
but I got to experience it.
That's
oh
right.
boy! All right, yeah.
All right, so I want to hear about that. I got some things to talk about with that too.
Sweet.
When we come back, we'll talk about that.
Then do the Harlem Shake. 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 Shake.
Welcome back to Living Podcariously. And I don't think we actually announced this is episode number 14, Tach. We passed the precipice of the episode number 13. We're past it.
We made it.
Oh, thank God. Did we ever make it to 13 before?
So we had two other iterations. If this is
episodes.
Yeah, if this is striking you funny, listen to episode 0 of this iteration. Just search for it, same place. Find this show. That'll kind of explain it to you a
Should be
little
all the
bit.
way at the bottom.
Yeah, that's where I like it.
You like it in your bottom?
I think we did make it to episode 13 last. I think we actually made it into 20s.
Yeah.
The time before that, we did not. The first iteration, we did not.
Right.
We scrapped
We
that
only
pretty
made it
quickly.
to,
Are you ever
5,
going
I
to be
think.
able to catch the old generations?
But
Listen to them? Anyone who hasn't? Will they
yeah,
ever be able to
so
find
I
them?
thought about this a lot, and I'm going to release. I'm going to release some best of from those. I'm going to go through and clip out some segments that were best of material. And
Gotta be
and air
careful
some of
because
that.
there are reasons why those are archive episodes.
No, I know,
so.
I know what not to air and what to air. I don't want to upset any people. Of course, at this point, it doesn't really fucking matter.
I'd like to hear the last episode.
What do you mean you're here?
Not for.
I was going to say you were on it, but kind of on it.
So before the break, we kind of talked about this a little bit. Dude, Tach, I tried something this weekend that was the coolest thing I've seen in 20 years of technology.
Wow.
A buddy of mine down at a party we went to down in Palm Bay, he had the VR goggles from Samsung.
Oh, right.
The virtual reality. These are the ones they're only like $100, but they hook up to a Galaxy S7, one of the new phones. And so I was skeptical going into this because I've seen the 360 videos on like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, they're cool. I've seen, whatever. I've seen what's supposed to be viewed through those just through a 2D image or whatever on my screen, on my computer screen. So I kind of knew what I was going in to expect. I was fucking blown away. I put on these goggles, and the first thing that I see is the main Samsung menu, for going into the VR world.
Right.
And you're in a little lobby, like a little room. Have you tried them before I get...
I've tried not Samsung versions or anything. I've tried cheaper ones where this guy at work had some that he just got off Amazon. They were cheap, like $20, and then just the regular videos you can get and download and stuff like that. It was probably cheaper versions. Probably not as cool as what you did.
This blew my mind. So he sat me down in a swiveling chair, like a computer chair, like this one over here.
Yeah.
And he said, you're going to want to be in a chair that spins around because you're going to want to spin around and look what's
Right.
behind you.
Yep.
And he put the menu on, and anywhere I looked is where the cursor would point, if it was an interactive menu. But I was in a lobby, literally like a bank lobby. Bank lobby is a bad example.
Hotel?
Yeah, like a hotel lobby. It's a really good way to look at it because there was balconies and there was shit up there you could look at and do stuff with. There were paintings on the wall, and you look
cool.
up, down, no matter where you look, there was something there.
Was it video or was it like CGI or computer stuff?
A mix of both. The animation part where the lobby was all CGI. It was very obviously computer generated, drawn, graphic, whatever.
Yeah.
But the realism of it was amazing to me because of how you would move your head. There was no lag. So I was really worried about the accelerometers in these phones and how you move the phone and the lag inside a VR headset. I didn't want to turn to the right and it take it even a millisecond to catch up. I wanted it real time.
Oh yeah, that's
These
pretty
were
quick.
fucking spot on.
Yeah.
He had him on for hours. We're all trying to talk to him, and he's in his own little world.
They actually have, I clicked the one of the little options that says VR camera, and all it did is project the camera of the room that I was already in. So I had goggles looking at everybody in the room, and I'm looking around at everybody and thinking that was fucking cool. So it was VR of R, virtual reality of reality.
That's kind of
But no, so I played, there was a couple of games I played, and there's a little button on the side of the headset, or you could hook it up to a joystick, like a analog joystick, like a PlayStation 4 or whatever.
Right.
There is no question in my mind I'm going to get one of these.
Hell yeah.
It is the coolest thing that I have seen literally in the last 20 years of technology.
That's cool.
It was fucking amazing. One of the things that were in there, so Netflix has its own app inside this little environment, and you can go in and watch any of your Netflix stuff. Now, it doesn't just show you a movie, all right? How the
Yeah.
depth perception of this works, it looks like you're looking at like an IMAX screen.
Right.
And I mean, have you ever seen an IMAX movie before?
Yeah.
The screen is like 100 feet, big. It's fucking giant. It
Right.
looks like you're looking at that from like a balcony seat in a theater. It is
Right.
fucking amazing.
That's pretty
The
cool.
quality is just ridiculous.
Sounds much better quality than the cheap ones that I tried out. There was one where you were on like a roller coaster, and that kind of made me a little sick because it just the movement was spot on, like when you looked around, but just something about it just kind of made me a little. And stuff like that doesn't usually make me feel sick, but this one did.
Screwed with your equilibrium a little bit.
Yeah, a little
We
bit.
put them on Andrea for a few minutes down there. She didn't like it too much, though. She might have had other influences that were playing havoc with her mind.
A little too much wine.
Yeah, a little too much wine. Yeah, something with a W. But no, those things were fucking phenomenal. There's no question I'm buying them when I have some money. But
And I will never
Alright.
see you again.
yeah, you'll see me.
I mean, you will never see me again.
So I had them on, and when you have these things on, you can't see anything in the outside world. You just see what's inside your little
Right,
world. And I'm sitting in that chair and I'm sure I look like an idiot swiveling around in circles looking at stuff. And Andrea comes up and gets between my legs and, goofs around with me for a little. I'm like, whoa, this is really offsetting because where that should be happening in my headset is like a game of tanks or something. It was not supposed to be happening where I could see it happening. So it was
They
very
have like
strange.
VR porn and shit like that too.
We talked about that once 2 episodes ago. VR porn in Vegas. Yeah. That
Oh, that's
now
right.
seeing what I saw through those, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, wait.
Helping ugly prostitutes make money.
Damn right. Damn right. That's all I had. I wanted to talk about the VR because that was such a cool. Josh, if you're listening to this episode, bud, thanks for letting me borrow those. That was by far the coolest sales pitch they could have allowed you to give to resell that product for me. So Samsung, the Galaxy S7 and the Samsung headset. The headset's only $100. It's not too bad.
Right.
But yeah, that's by far the coolest thing I've seen ever.
Yeah, this headset was kind of, you could put like any cell phone in. So.
Google sells one called Google Cardboard. And it's,
yeah. It's literally cardboard. You just kind of
Yeah.
fold and yeah.
Yep. And it's cheap and it supposedly works pretty well. Okay, so that's all I really had on the VR goggles. I just wanted to.
It's cool though. I'm excited.
Not a sponsor or anything. I'm not plugging them. I fucking love those things.
Yeah, when
So,
you get them, that'd be cool.
Do you want to take another quick break? This will be a short one for the listeners and come back and do our Living Podcariously Guyry segment.
Sounds good.
All right. So the music you're listening to, we've got a combination of DJs, DJ Constant, which is my son. You can find him on YouTube. He's in the show notes. You'll find the links to his site. And then, also DJ Gil Lugo. DJ Gil Lugo's, content and links are in our show notes as well. He's a real DJ, not just a playtime DJ. But, all right, we'll be right back.
I just wanna use your love tonight.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women submit questions for Adam and Tach to get brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really? Is that the best we could come up with?
Right, before I get to the questions of the Guyry, I have a question for Tach. You never told us about your dating story that you said you had.
Are we back?
We're back.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't have anything exciting to really talk about, but I just started talking to this chick on a certain app, one of the apps.
Christian singles?
And no, it's
Star
not
Wars.
the Star Wars one. That's not even an app. Actually, I did find an app that actually was for like nerds and geeks that are into stupid shit like that.
That's what it's called?
No, it's called Dragon Fruit. And like, so like when you make a profile, you show
What your dragon age
what
is?
you're into. For instance, here's this chick here. It's kind of a little bit like Tinder, which is a
Okay.
picture you can swipe. And she's into Star Wars, Marvel, and movies.
All right. Can you immediately send her a boner picture? Immediately.
No.
Just have a button on there that says send dick
All you
pic.
can do is like click on her and click on her profile. And it's called Geekdoms, by the way, is like what her, like she's into Star Wars, Marvel, and movies. And she doesn't have any other pictures, and she really doesn't have anything else written in here about her profile. And what I'm finding in here, it's not a very popular one, so there's not too many people on here.
I think I know that girl. Didn't she star as Sloth in the Goonies?
This
Sorry.
chick's
So
cute.
did you write to her?
No, I'm seeing her for the first time. So
Oh, well, say something to her.
Yeah, send her a message, Jack.
Right now.
Can you send her a message directly?
yeah, I can message her. And I've seen girls in here, and I messaged them. I haven't gotten a single thing back.
Tell her you saw her when you were recording Living Podcariously, and she should listen to the show.
Oh, you should send her a message that says it's a trap, and that's it. See if she responds back to it.
Or hey,
It's
how
a trap.
are you?
Oh, it's Tach.
Anyway, so I've been not that app, but that's one I discovered that has to do with geek shit, and it's not very popular. So not that many people on there, and I haven't gotten anything from anybody on there. So I may be the only one, and everybody else are bots. I don't know.
Yeah, Tinder got into a lot of trouble for bots, as well as Plenty of Fish. Circles. Plenty of Fish. They got into some trouble because of that. Yeah. And then one other one that was just a hookup app. What's another really popular one?
Well, there's Tinder, there's Plenty of Fish, there's Meet Me.
Whatever. I don't remember. Another one got in trouble for having bots in there.
Well, I was on, since we're naming them all, I was on Plenty of Fish, and I've been talking to this chick just very recently, past couple of days or so, and I don't know. She's cute. Who knows?
Hook it up.
I can't wait to hear a story about it.
I know. I don't really have any stories for it yet.
So you are now the single guy on the podcast. We need to live vicariously or podcariously through you. You need to bring us some stories.
I know.
Actually, fuck it. Just let's do a double date. Take her out with us one night. We'll go out with you.
Bring her over to couch night.
Couch
night. Oh.
Did we talk about that on the show?
No,
I don't think we did. So listeners have no clue what we're talking about.
No. We have a.
Well, if they come over in studio, they'll know all about couch night.
And if this is your first night at couch night,
you're on the couch.
Yes.
That's right.
Wonder how many people we could get at once on the couch.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Can we try?
Well, of course.
Sweet.
All right, let's go into some questions.
All right.
Okay.
While we were talking about the pictures and the stuff, we've got one from Kiki in Merritt Island. It says, what are guys thinking when they send a dick pic?
when they're sending it, not when they're taking it. So, because I know what I'm thinking about when I'm taking it.
I'll tell you what, ladies, you guys hate dick pics, but they're hard to do. I'm just saying.
To get one that looks good?
Right, yeah. Like, the way you guys girls feel about your selfies is how we feel about our, quote, selfies.
That's a good perspective.
Because we will go through like 100 of them until you find one that... And it's not so much like, oh, well, the lighting looks bad, or my dick looks small in that picture. It's not that. The hardest part is staying hard for the picture.
I get it. I see what you did
what
there.
I did there? Like, that's the hardest part, is trying to stay hard while you take the picture. And I don't know, that's my hardest part anyway.
Yeah, for a guy to stay hard, you got to be in a sexy mode. And when you are trying to take a picture of yourself, I'm not aroused.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
So you gotta kind of fluff it up a little bit. And then, all right, quick.
Yeah, and then you're like, damn it,
none of them look good.
Yeah, and it's like, oh. And then
you can see my face in that one.
Yeah, and now you're soft, or now, damn, I can see how dirty my floor was. Or, like, girls don't care about that. They take selfies, and every girl's selfie background is destroyed. There's shit everywhere. You got clothes on the floor. There's trash on the floor.
So the outfits and stuff they were trying on for that selfie.
I guess.
So the 3 hours it takes to take one picture.
So the question was, what are we thinking about when we send it?
When we send it. I've only sent one if they ask for it.
Yeah, me too.
I've never just sent. That's just
so
horrible.
went through your head after you hit send.
Just hope she likes it. Well, assuming it's the first time she's ever seen it.
There is a trick to some selfies too, Tach. Now, I'm not a small guy, but I'm not a giant guy either when it comes to that area. But there's a trick to it. Just like there's a trick to taking a picture of a fish that you caught. You hold the fish slightly closer to the camera than your hand and your face and everything else, and it makes the fish look bigger. So there is a trick, and you know this from photography. There's a trick to those pictures to where certain
forced perspective.
Yes. So if you're sending one, if a guy's sending one, then you got to be proud of the picture. So you got to be happy and confident with your picture when you send it.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, "Why is he sending me this?"
No. Tach and I won't send it unless somebody asks for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to ask for it.
I won't send
That's not true.
Anybody but you. But you know what I mean.
I thought a girl was asking for it one time.
Uh-oh.
And so I sent her one. Because, first of all.
So let me back you up. All she said was, hi, Tach, how are you? Dick pic. I thought that's what you wanted.
No. And when you take, much like girls, when you take good selfies, you save those pictures. Therefore, I had a little freaking folder.
Little archive.
Yeah, a little folder.
Don't say little.
Sorry. I had a folder
There you go.
of my quote selfies all prepared. So it's not like I had to go, hold on. And then, a half hour later, I finally sent something. So once you take good ones, you're like, I'm going to save those. Hell yeah.
So it's not good if she put back, oh, that's a cute pic.
Well, that's cute. Yeah, it's
And she responds back, send me one with a magazine or a newspaper showing the date. I want to know that it was today.
Well, that's what I used to do with girls when you meet them online and they send you pictures.
That gets dangerous.
I'm always like, can you send a picture of yourself holding up a sign that says my name on it?
Yeah, not
I have
one.
a unique name, so it's easy, So she's like,
That's a little
why?
creepy.
And then she was like, I was like, because I just want to make sure you are who you say you are. That's all. And she's like, and she's done the dating thing before online. She's like, that's actually a really good fucking idea. And so she liked that, and she's like, hell yeah. So she sent it like immediately, and of course it was her. And
Okay.
what was I gonna say?
Talking about
so
dicks.
this girl, she goes, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I thought she was asking for a dick pic, So I'm like, and I was like, because I was kind of unsure. I was like, are you sure you want me to send you? Because we were sending pictures, and then she was like, you can send me anything you want, and I'm like, well,
to a
what
guy
do you
that means dick. There's no question that means
right.
dick.
So I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean by anything? She's like, and I'm like, okay, she wants dick pics.
That means dick pic, yes.
Yeah. So I sent her a dick pic, and then it takes her a few minutes to see it, of course, and finally she sends back, wow. And I was
that's a good sign.
That's what I thought. I'm like, what? And she's like, that's not what I was expecting. And I was like,
nah, she's a bitch.
I was like, what do you mean?
If she said that to you, she was either a complete idiot or she's a bitch. Because that means what she told you, if that's what she said to you, she wanted. She knew that you expected that answer was going to be dick pic.
But she basically made me feel stupid. And, she's like, she's like, no, it's fine, whatever. It's just not what I was expecting.
She's like, oh, I like chocolate ice cream, okay?
No. She was totally cool and willing to do whatever. But, she just wasn't expecting it. And so she says, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
As long as she was willing to do whatever.
Of course, we never did, but because it was a long distance thing. But anyway.
I get it, long distance.
Not that long, though. I used to say it's my joke. My dick's not that long. Sorry. You have to come here.
All right. This one's from Charlotte in Orlando. What do boners feel like?
Come here, Tach. Let me feel.
She's a virgin, I'm guessing.
I assume
to
that
the
means,
guy.
Yeah, what does it feel like to a guy with a boner?
Yeah, you're right. Let me see. Let me feel you.
Yeah. Come here, Tach. Let me feel yours. You feel mine.
Yeah. Okay,
What does
I get it
yours
now.
feel like to yourself from the inside?
What the fuck?
What does it feel like when you get one? What's going through your body?
How do you
What does it feel
answer
like?
that?
Well, that's so for a girl doesn't
That's like
have
saying,
that
what is
sensation.
when you flex your muscle, what does that
Perfect.
feel like? It's like-
Tight?
Well, a boner is like a constantly flexing muscle, right? I mean, that's
So
to,
is it
to me,
tight?
I wouldn't say the skin is
Tight?
really tight. The
No,
muscle
it's not.
itself, of course, it depends on the situation. Sometimes it's like, God damn, this hurts. It's so, so blood filled and
yeah.
just
Like
engorged.
on the head sometimes can be like,
Yeah, sensitive. Yeah,
Ooh.
for sure.
you can feel like it's swelled, you know what I mean? Like,
It depends on the situation, though. So sometimes when you're very, very aroused, then yes, it could potentially hurt because it's so just engorged. It could be very painful. I mean, I don't say very painful. Be like a straining muscle, like you're lifting a weight of something, except it's a different type of muscle.
Release the Kraken.
There's no other muscle to really describe that type of sensation, really. What else does it feel like?
I don't know. Just
It depends if it's in my pants. If it's in my pants, it's awkward because it's, trying to get out and it's kind of
It's trying to get out. Let me out.
I would just say like a flexing muscle, just a continuously.
That's it.
yeah, it's kind of
That's
like
not
if you were
exciting.
like to make a muscle and then hold it. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
My
Now-
arm has a boner right now.
When when it's being stimulated, that's completely different. That's a whole nother set of feelings. But when it's just as a boner, as an erect penis, it doesn't feel like anything except a muscle that's being flexed. Just
So
a
it
tense.
doesn't feel photo ready.
No, well, photo ready is it's definitely photo ready.
All right, we'll go to the next one. This one is from Whitney from Houston. Of all your pet peeves, which is the strangest?
Give me a minute.
Yeah. Does this like have anything to do with relationship or sex or just any pet peeve?
It's a girl asking, so I'm going to go probably with the girl.
A
in
girl
general.
pet peeve? A pet peeve a girl does?
Pet peeve of a girl.
What's the
Oh, I already know,
strangest?
Tach. I might know you well enough that I can answer yours.
Okay.
All right, and you
I
answer
can't even
his.
think-
So sexually,
Okay.
for a girl to touch your nipples.
Well,
That's your biggest
yeah.
pet peeve.
It's not really pet peeve, but yeah, just don't do it.
Tach has such sensitive nipples. The only person that he ever lets do it is me, and it's with my tongue only. And that's it. I can't touch his nipples.
Oliver got him earlier.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess.
There's nothing girls do that
No,
just drive me
There's a
nuts.
lot. I'm just trying to categorize to
No, he's right. There's a few things that,
answer this appropriately.
yeah. Like,
I'll tell you. Look, we can go on and on for this for a while, but a pet. I wouldn't say the worst, but there's a. Well, let's start naming some pet peeves, and then we'll maybe categorize the worst.
Which one's the strangest, not the worst?
Oh, strangest. Damn it. God damn, this one's really making us think.
no.
So I'll tell you, guys find it really odd that girls always have to go to the bathroom together. That's a very, very odd thing. I wouldn't necessarily call it a pet peeve, though. That's just more.
Well, we talked about that last week. I told you that
Yeah.
when we go in there, we've got cabana boys and they're fanning us, handing us drinks. You walk in, it's like this Garden of Eden.
Huh.
Mine are all situational with past girls that I've been with.
So what was the strangest?
All right, so I'm going to call the girl out for her. I won't say who she is, but when she listens, she'll know it's her. I've said this once before in the past, but this is by far the weirdest thing that this girl ever did, and this was very sexual. When I was engaging in sexual relations with this girl, I would always wear a condom. Always. With every girl that I've ever been with, other than like mother of my child, whatever. Anyway, I would finish, but I would remove the condom and finish, on her belly or on her chest or whatever. That would be how I would finish my deed. Well, this girl had the weirdest fucking habit. And to me, it was just gross as shit. She would pull me in. Come here, give me a hug. And she would hold me and pull me on top of her. So now all of my splooge was getting all over my chest and belly. And I'm like, what the fuck? Let's put a towel there first. No, just come here. What the fuck is wrong?
See,
No, that's
if you would adopt my hot, warm towel or warm washcloth,
Never would have happened.
never would
Agreed.
happen.
Agreed. That to me, that was weird. She loved to do it. And
That
it was
is
fucking
weird.
weird.
That's weird.
And that's the question. The strangest pet peeve.
Not just weird, but that's gross.
Yeah, I did not. She liked it. I did. Nah,
No.
no.
I can't think of anything.
You don't have a strange pet peeve?
Probably, I'm sure I do. I just can't think of it.
Strange. Give me a few minutes on this one. Give me a second. Let's come back to that one because
All right, y'all think about it. We'll come back.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll try an easier one. This one's from Nadia in Orlando.
Nadia.
Nadia.
You're naughty.
What's your favorite hairstyle on a girl?
Oh.
long and straight?
Pigtails.
Well, yeah.
I
Braided or not?
Either.
Personally,
Doesn't matter.
either is good, but I think I like not braided.
Not.
Yeah, just flat ironed and pigtails.
Yeah.
How I have my hair all day today.
Yes, exactly. Exactly how you had it all day today. I don't know what it is
Good. I
about.
didn't even know I had your favorite hairstyle on.
I don't know what it is about pigtails, but man, that drives me nuts.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in a good way. It's
Drives me
sexy.
nuts.
That's why that happened after I got back from paddleboarding.
That's right.
Now it all makes sense.
Ride it like a motorcycle tack.
Right?
Okay, let's see here. Christina, Cocoa Beach. What type of girl do you prefer to be around? Smart, pretty, athletic, slutty, etc.
Depends on what you mean by be around.
Yeah, is this a friendship situation or a relationship situation? I know we have to
How
interpret
about both?
I know. Oh, they're perfect. I know we have to interpret the email, but okay, so both. So friendship situation, Tach. What about that?
Well, I always like a funny chick. If she's funny, then, oh man, it's awesome. Obviously, I prefer to be in a relationship with a funny girl. But slutty?
Slutty on the sexual
Good friend.
sense.
Slutty and funny? Ooh, man. Still don't know if I want to be in a relationship with her, but I definitely want to be around
Now,
her. And,
if this
have
is
some
a
good times.
if this is a friend, you can use a friend for something too. So if you're in a situation where you're trying to pick up another girl, and maybe you're at a club or a bar or whatever, and you're potentially on the prowl to try to find, somebody to talk to and get numbers, seeing you with a very attractive girl is immediately moves you up in status in other girls' eyes. So let's say if you're at the club or at the bar, chilling, hanging out with a group of friends, and you're right there with a really attractive girl, but it's obvious that you're not with her, so you make your presence sparse but noticed. Girls pick up on that, and that moves you up in their category immediately when you're with an attractive girl. So there's a potential there. Of course, that's into the game a little bit. That's digging kind of deep into that. I agree, though. Funny in friendship terms. Funny, somebody that can hold a conversation. Somebody that is not a wallflower. Somebody that's engaging in conversation with the group. If I'm there and I'm carrying on conversation all by myself and this girl's just ignoring or too good for the room. We met a girl this past weekend at that party we went to that is exactly that way that I'm talking about. She, her boyfriend showed up and we all knew the boyfriend, hugged him and whatever. He's a cool guy. And she is just a wallflower, didn't talk to anybody. Almost was like she was bothered that she was there. Even though when you said something, she was nice, but she just did her own thing.
I've been that way a few times, and especially if I don't know anybody, I can tend to be like that also.
Got to come out of your shell.
I don't want to be, but it's just.
Well, considering Adam was on the virtual reality thing the whole time, there was no way I could be a wallflower.
I wasn't on it the whole time. Your perception of time might have been skewed a little bit.
Your perception of reality definitely was.
Yes,
that's true.
How do you know? All right, let's see. This is Angela from Ohio.
Ohio's Ohio is sporting us big time. I haven't gotten any emails from them though. Nobody in Ohio's emailed down to the show yet.
Does Ohio have the internet yet?
show@livingpodcariously.com if you're from Ohio.
Apparently these girls have it.
Oh,
just
true.
email us and say hi. Say, hey, I listened to you on iTunes
she did
or whatever.
Email us. She emailed the questions.
Well, other than the Guyry questions. Guyry questions come in from all over though. All over.
Gotcha.
How do you feel about threesomes? Is it a must for a relationship?
I feel about them like this.
Is it a must for a relationship? All right, so let's
say a must for a relationship to do a threesome. Of course not. It's not a must.
No, not a requirement. It's a fantasy for just about every guy I've ever known has had that fantasy. Some guys that I know have fulfilled that fantasy and they've had good times. Some guys have fulfilled that fantasy and ended up horrible because you didn't approach it right with the girls. It's always the girls' situations. They always have to be comfortable. No matter what, the guy is just there for the ride. He doesn't control shit in those situations. For a relationship, Tach's spot on. No, it's not a requirement. Not a must.
But when you do a threesome, at least for me anyway, you don't want one of those girls to be your girl.
I would think so. I would be so jealous.
I wouldn't want one of those girls to be. You want like two, like
complete strangers?
Yeah, not necessarily strangers, but you can't be attached to either one.
Well, we are talking about a guy and two girls, Tach. What if it was a guy being introduced into this relationship with another girl, like your girl? See, like right now, this could be a threesome. I'm just saying.
All right. Okay.
Well, you've had plenty of them, haven't you, Adam?
Well, once again, I'm not in a relationship with either one of you two, so it's okay for me.
Because you're the third wheel.
Right. Wait.
I have had experiences like with groups, but never a threesome.
Never once. Okay,
a
group
is not threesome.
threesomes.
No, it's so there's something.
I've had a foursome.
How many groups have you been with?
2.
Wow.
And I mean,
same kind of people.
And then if you count people watching, then that's not a. Is that considered a group if people are watching you do something?
How many people have watched you?
A couple thousand.
I don't know. Maybe 20.
All at once?
Yeah.
Where were you?
Club in Tampa.
Really? Mm-hmm. Right, like on the dance floor?
No. This was a club in Tampa. A club for. Look, let me clarify this. I am not a swinger by any stretch of the imagination. But that's what this club. To be. No, that's what this club was.
Play one on.
I was very open-minded.
All this group stuff and this was all with the same person.
Yeah.
Swingers.
No, we're not. Well, whatever. Maybe we
I
were.
wish you guys could have seen her facial expression.
Maybe we were.
Because it was like a nod. Swingers.
Yeah. Hey, look, fine. If it needs to be labeled, then that's fine. I don't mind being called a swinger, but I don't. I
Make
never.
That Facebook official now.
I know.
Adam is a swinger.
I never led the
his girlfriend
swinger.
Isn't.
I never led the swinger lifestyle. I just experimented with things. I was open with that. I've told some of those stories, I think, on this iteration as well. I think.
Experimental swinger.
Experimental swinger. Yes.
Or it used to be.
It was fun. I don't regret it. It was a great time.
All right. So, Madison from Oklahoma wants to know, what is one of your most embarrassing moments?
And now, Oklahoma is your hometown.
It sure is.
That's a state? Not so much a town?
Well, her home state.
Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind comes
Yeah.
sweeping down the plain.
So what did Madison want to know?
What is one of your most embarrassing moments?
Admitting that I was a swinger. No, I'm just kidding.
Just now, ladies and gentlemen. I was wondering why your face was so red.
I've shit myself in the past, but I mean...
No,
that
you
was an
made it at the
accident.
club.
Most embarrassing.
God, I don't know.
God, these are such good topics for conversation, too.
These are the kind of questions that we need to hear about like hours ago so we can prep the answers.
Spontaneity is
Well,
the
how about I
king.
let you guys come back next week with your most embarrassing moments?
Are you going to
Well,
remember to bring it up?
I will remember to bring it up.
And our biggest pet peeve.
Well, but
Yes.
Tack never works well with homework, so you need to text him and remind him.
Every
Yeah,
single day.
I suck at homework.
And Adam's going to be so busy swinging. I'm never going to get you guys to do this homework.
Baby, you satisfy me more than anybody else has. How about that?
I don't believe.
That's what I want to hear.
We have to prove it to Tack. Now, if
On
Tack,
couch night.
if Tack watches us, does that make us swingers?
Tonight.
Does that make us swingers?
If Tack watches?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
Is that voyeur?
That makes me a voyeur.
Makes you the voyeur.
Makes him a
us the
voyeur?
voyee.
Now, if he had,
Yeah.
if he had his dick out and we high-fived in the middle of it, would that be
We
weird?
high five his dick.
Yes. Together at the same time.
Just squish it.
Sandwich. How does that boner feel now? And that's all the questions I have for tonight, guys.
But go back. What was the
all
one?
for today?
What was the one that we missed? The one question we wanted to go back to?
Oh, your pet peeves.
Did you have
Strangest
one?
Pet peeves.
No, but she said I added that to the
I'm
homework.
gonna let
Oh,
him.
that's our
I'm
homework,
gonna
too.
let him come
All
back
right.
next week. So
Sorry to
there'll
you
be
two.
a section.
You two. That's the first time we've ever done that. Is not been able to answer a question, but we'll come back to him next week.
We're gonna give it
Indeed.
extra attention.
Yes, we will.
Mhm.
Giggity.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you're satisfied with the answer.
All right. Well, that is all for today. That's all for today.
That is all.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
So yeah. So
We're gonna cut all that out.
if you want to get a hold of us, you can email us at show@livingpodcariously.com and also check us out on Twitter at Podcarious.
Yeah, at Podcarious. We actually need to start taking that account over and start
I
doing
have
something
it.
with it. Oh, you do have it?
Yeah, I have control of it.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Have at it. Do whatever you want to on the thing. Blow it up.
And also, if you're listening to us on WSNR 102.7, which is, help me out here, the URL again.
1027WSNR.com. So 1027WSNR.com.
And we are on, Living Podcariously is on what night?
I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday night. Tuesday night and Wednesday nights are our nights, Tack, on that station. So Tuesday nights is one show, Wednesday nights is the other show. So we do both Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10.
Right.
They're both on those. One is on one night, one's on the other. I don't remember which one's which.
I don't remember. We got to get that down.
We want to thank John Sweeney for hooking us up with some airtime on his station.
Indeed.
We appreciate
indeed.
that a lot.
Hell yeah. And I don't have anything else. Andrea Joy, what do you got?
I'm good until next week.
Awesome. Until next week.
Until next week, and then I'll have a lot more I need.
And we'll have the couch party.
Yes, we have to have the couch party in our new studio.
New studio. Adam, what you got?
I want to say a big special thanks to Smoke Rings Merritt Square. That's Smoke Rings in the Merritt Square Mall. They're coming on board with us and going to take over some sponsorship roles. I'm going to try to get a couple of the guys like Jacob and those guys in here in studio with us to, talk about some product and just talk. I mean, it's not going to be a giant plug. They're just going to sit in and talk a little bit about product, but also participate in the show. So we'll maybe include them on the Guyry segment and a few things like that. But we wanted to thank them a lot. Any Living Podcariously listeners, you heard it during the ad, but any Living Podcariously listener, if you mention this ad or it just that you heard it on the show, you get 10% off anything you buy. And that's 10% off anything. That's the oils, the cigars, any of the tobacco products, the
I went
actual
there
vape
yesterday
rigs.
and I got a couple things, so that's pretty cool.
Nice. A few
Nice
of our
guy.
friends, like our friend Kim, she went in there to get some oil from one of her friends, and they gave her 10% off. So yeah,
Nice.
a $35 bottle of oil. She got it for 10% off, which is $350 off of
You don't have to do
$32.50.
math here.
I'm not good at this.
It's got swinger on the brain.
Yeah, it's the kiosk in the store mall.
Yeah, they have a kiosk, but they also have a store.
Oh,
They have the storefront down at the
I stepped
east.
at the kiosk. That's
West
where I
end.
went.
Yeah. But yeah, special thanks to them. Other than that, check us out on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/livingpodcariously.
All right, guys, and have a great week, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
First time paddleboarding. I was
You-
out on the Banana River.
How was that?
It was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier paddleboarding to Sunset Cafe. And then after we had some drinks and everything, paddleboarding back was a lot harder.
Wait, you guys paddleboarded to a location, had drinks, and then paddleboarded back after being a little tipsy?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I balanced
Did you
a lot
fall
better.
over?
Nope. No, I didn't. A couple of we had
Nice.
2 man overboards.
I wouldn't jump in that river right now. All that brown algae.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier coming back if you just sit down on the board.
That's what you did, isn't it?
You turned it into a surfboard and you just paddled it
You
over.
just sit on it and go. You can get some speed that
You
way.
made it a canoe. That's what you basically did.
Yeah, and then I guess apparently I took Kiana's paddle, so we were fighting over her paddle.
You got a little bit of sun. Now, for a redhead to get sun, that's I guess it's not exactly very difficult to do. You guys kind of get toasty when you go out in the sun,
It's
don't
all
you?
the freckles.
You just added more freckles to your collection?
They just collect together.
That's what you did today?
Yeah. He was making fun of me because I was putting on makeup this morning before I went.
Why is that funny?
He just thought it was odd for me to go paddleboarding putting on makeup first.
That's like putting on makeup to go in the ocean. It's just,
No, I got you.
I was with Kiana, the queen of selfies. You know how many
Yeah,
pictures she
that's-
was going to take?
that's true. one of their friends that went out there with him, Tach, had taken a picture of all the girls in front of him on the paddleboards, and something happened. Something that got screwed up with his digital camera or his cell phone, whatever he used to take the picture, and it digitized part of the water. And it carried it up to the right in the picture, so it looked like a giant tidal wave coming at them.
That's
and it even
weird.
turned one of the paddleboarders up at like a 45-degree angle, so it looked like she was paddleboarding up the wave. It was really weird.
What?
Yeah,
That's strange.
And then she lost her paddle, so she had to swim with her arms.
well, it's because of the wave. The big tidal wave knocked it out of her hands.
Totally.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
And welcome to Living Podcariously this week.
You scared shit out of me this week.
My name is Tach, and with me across the room,
Oh yeah, it's your boy Adam.
what up, Adam? What
How
is
you
going
doing?
on?
Man, not a lot. Loving life. We're changing studios. You see some boxes in the studio tonight.
Yeah,
We're switching studios here next week, so
indeed.
we'll
I'm
be in a
excited.
whole new digs next
Of
week.
course, you said that last week that we were going to be in the new place this week, but
Did I?
yeah,
Oh no,
it's all good
It
though.
was for the 15th. We're
No worries. But I'm excited. I think it's cool. You know who else might be excited?
Andrea Joy might be
Andrea Joy
excited.
might be excited.
hey girl.
Hey, girl.
Of course, I see you all day. So
Not today.
So what's going on? What happened today?
It was my friend Kiana's birthday. Happy birthday, Kiana.
Happy birthday.
We're not gonna sing for you, but happy birthday. She's getting old though, Tack.
She is
Oh, yeah, like
24.
24.
24.
She
Yeah.
says one more year, she's halfway to 50.
Sweet.
So we went and did something, for old ladies today. Our friend Brenda took us out to Wildlife Sports, and we went paddleboarding. It was my
I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a Burt Reynolds look.
no. Thought you were
Or
gonna be
Tom
a
Selleck,
Montoya.
whichever guy you're talking
Tom
about.
Selleck, Burt Reynolds, same guy, right?
Yeah. What?
I thought you were going to be Antigua Montoya.
My name is Antigua Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
And I was going to be Buttercup or Wesley.
I could be Wesley. Of course, I'd have to lose some weight and.
I'll be Wesley, you be Buttercup.
Okay, deal. That sounds good.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay,
Hey,
so what? Go ahead.
Speaking of your work, so we've said it in the past, and we can edit this out if you want to edit it out.
Yeah.
But you work at SpaceX.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I found to bring to the show this week is your boy is at it again, Tach.
My buddy, Elon.
Elon Musk is at it again. He's talked with, see, you might know this guy based on what your other podcast, Taint Funny, is, because it's kind of a media and movie kind of podcast.
Yep.
Do you know who Jose Fernandez is? This is not a baseball player.
That does sound like a baseball.
It does.
No, I don't know.
He's a veteran Hollywood costume designer and effects artist. And he's done costumes and designs, for example, Iron Man. Let's use that as a very, very good example.
Okay.
He was a lead costume designer in Iron Man, at least from the source I found. Elon Musk has contacted him. So let's put one and one together here. What do you think Elon Musk could possibly reach out to this guy who's done suits like Iron Man, and costumes like Iron Man?
He's building a real Iron Man suit since he already is the real Tony Stark.
Very, very close. He's actually contacting this guy to hire him for ideas on building the next space suit, the actual walk suit to go outside.
What credentials does a costume designer have other than how things look?
Well, you have to think of the idea of a billionaire that has a public image to think about. NASA, for example.
Gotcha.
NASA doesn't have a public image.
He's
they have
not
to care
going to
about
be.
that
He's
much.
not
They knocked it off, and the thing sunk, too. They're supposed to float. Never see
What?
it again.
The ore song.
Yes.
What?
It's
Those
gone.
things are supposed to float.
I know, it disappeared.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's nuts.
So yeah, in the middle of a Monday morning, you've got a bunch of girls and one guy from a salon out in bikinis paddleboarding to a place to get some drinks and paddleboarding back. So what could possibly go wrong there?
I don't know. We were the only ones out there, too.
No shit. Everybody else in the world is working on a Monday morning.
Not hairstylists.
I wasn't working today either.
See? And not Tach.
Could have invited
Hairstylists and
Tach.
Tach.
Tach
Let me
would've come out
check
there.
my phone. Hold on. No, I don't.
You weren't
Didn't
working?
see I didn't see an invite.
You didn't get
Oh.
a text invite to go?
No, sure didn't. I
Tach
don't even
would
think I have your number, to be honest with
have gone out there with you guys.
You probably could have came.
you. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have come out there with you. I appreciate that.
Todd
though.
was there. We had two guys.
I'm not big on the sun hates me, so I'm not big on being out in it.
You could have worn a dress or something as long as it's not strapless. That is illegal in Florida for a man to wear a strapless dress.
Oh, was that on your episode of the Twisted 10? Did
That
you
was our
discuss
Twisted
it?
10.
Yes,
Yep.
it was.
One of Florida's laws.
Nice.
Yep. That are still on the books. So it's illegal for a man to wear a strapless dress, right?
Yes.
So we went to Cocoa Village a long time ago. This is probably a year and a half ago. And we were in the same place that we've always been, the place downstairs. What's that called? Dog and
Dog
Bone.
and Bone.
And we were in there just listening to a comedian or somebody up on stage. And in walks a bunch of guys in red dresses. And there were also girls with them too, but they were a fundraising group. I don't know what they called themselves, but they raised money for whatever their charity was. And their catch was that they are guys in dresses. And a lot of these guys had on like really thin spaghetti strap dresses. So,
As long as it wasn't strapless.
oh, is that it? It can't be strapless.
Yeah, it's got to be
Ooh.
strapless.
Well, do you have to be wearing the straps? Because it'd be strapless. But
Yes,
just
you have to
tucked
be
in.
wearing it.
Oh,
Strapless.
I see.
You got to cover up those shoulders, guys.
That's where they get you.
Yep.
What an interesting law.
Oh, also another thing that not a law, but my work has a new rule. Well, it's actually a band lift got lifted at work. I'm kind of excited about. I'm now allowed to.
can I guess?
Yeah,
Grow facial hair.
I can grow facial hair again.
Wow.
Tach
I can
is-
finally maybe get laid again. So it's exciting. I haven't had a beard in like almost 2 years.
Are you going to do the Fu Manchu look again? Or are you doing? What are you going to do?
Fu
What are you-
Manchu?
Isn't that the straight piece coming down off the chin?
Good Lord, I haven't done that since like.
Well, I saw it
in
on
my
your Facebook
20s.
page.
Yeah. Last time I did a beard, then I did like the chin strap thing. no mustache. But this time I'm just going full beard and mustache. I've never grown a mustache like ever in my life. I've had beards, but no mustaches.
I used to do just a goatee, no mustache. Now I've got full. It's not full beard. It's a trimmed beard and mustache.
That's what I used to do. Well, I didn't do the mustache, but I did just the.
I've done a little bit of everything. I had the sideburns that came all the way down to the almost to my neck with nothing else.
Yeah,
I had just a little soul patch goatee. I never did just the mustache by itself, but for Halloween, I might go with just a mustache and shave everything else.
What are you going as?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you do that, I'm gonna grow my beard too. If y'all are both gonna have facial hair, I think I should grow some.
Sure.
That'll look good.
What beard are we talking about here? Hang on a minute, because I might not grow this if you're gonna grow that beard out.
Bearded clam.
Bearded clam, yes. No, I was thinking, what's the 70s or 80s star? Help me out here. From the movies, the guy with the mustache.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Jesus Christ.